Hey, it's Colin at Apache Camping Center. Today we have something a little bit different. It's the 820 from Cirrus. This is brand new. It's only 2024 right now, so this is one of the first off the market. It is going to be built for a short bed 3-ton to 1-ton truck. Now always keep in mind, check with your manufacturers on the specs to be able to hold this camper. This is a fantastic build. It is a smaller manufacturer out of Sugar Creek, Ohio, so it's not one of the bigger conglomerates. It means that they can make things that have a little bit different thinking to them. So once we get inside, you're gonna be able to tell it is not designed like a traditional truck camper. It has a lot of different design elements, build and construction wise, a lot different thinking for the better. Now on the outside, you can already start to see some of those design elements from the shape of these dual pane windows. They are the composite window, so it does have argon gas in the middle, so keeping you well insulated. Speaking of insulation, this is a true 4-season camper. Do have block foam insulation on here. The dump valves are all encapsulated, so you are taken care of. On the outside, it is Azdel siding. So if you're not familiar with Azdel, that is a plastic composite laminated against a fiberglass exterior with a block foam interior. Frame on it is actually aluminum, so there's no wood in the walls whatsoever to be able to rot. You can already tell on the back 2025, the back bumper is a little bit differently designed than other years. It does give you a spot to sit, a little bit of a cubby area, a nice big grab handle, nice ladder to be able to climb up and over that back awning. This does have the back and the side awning, both electric, easy to retract or extend. Come around the side, we're a little bit squeezed on here, but up front you do have two 5-gallon propane tanks for a total of 10 gallons. On this side, it is going to be a larger storage area, which is actually very nice. So a larger storage area that does light up. Underneath that, you have an additional storage area. And underneath that, you do have water management system. You can already tell, even from that water management system, different way of thinking. You only have 2 inlets, and then you switch around these nodules to be able to change what you are trying to do. Right here, you do have your spray hose, and down to the left here, you do have your valves that are enclosed, encapsulated for your dump tanks. On the other side, do you have a little bit more storage? Guys, for a short bed truck camper, there is a lot of storage on here, which is very impressive. We come down here, so it's nice to diamond plate it out, so if you do have anything that you have that's going to be a little bit more rough on the interior when you're storing it, this is the place to put it. This one also does lock. You got 110 outlets on the outside and your sewer hose compartment underneath your rear bumper here. A very robust build out. If you look up top, there is a 180 watt solar panel and a 190 watt solar panel. So you do have a lot of solar coming into it with a 1800 watt inverter, so you are able to run those 110 outlets off of your battery. Let's take a look inside and see what makes this Cirrus 820 2025 stand apart. So we come inside here, you can already tell from this door design, it is a different thinking. If you've seen some of the other videos on these teardrops, they also make, Cirrus is made by nuCamp. So nuCamp makes these teardrops as well. You've seen these drawers, or these doors. They are a little bit different thinking. You've got your blackout shade, you've got little cubbies up there. It almost looks like an airline door. A different latch system for locking and opening, and your little trash can and a nice fire extinguisher. But wait, where is that screen door? It is right there. Nice and well hidden. Open that up, get some good airflow. As we come in, you guys are seeing this difference in design. A lot sleeker, a lot brighter for your enjoyment. Into the bathroom, it is a wet bath. It is fairly deep in there. I'll jump in there and show you what that looks like. And around back, we look into this hanging locker here. This is actually where a few different amenities are. You do have your remote, well, at least we have the remote there for the jacks. Those are automatic jacks, but up top, nice pole for hanging your clothes, jackets. Nice to be able to have that right by the entry so you can hang your jackets up when you come in. This is for your backup camera right there. The backup camera comes standard. Now right here, you have your Aldi system fluid. So this is a glycol solution that is similar to a radiant heat or baseboard heat that does run throughout the trailer, or camper. So if you see any of these slits here, they are up above and below down here. That is where that heat is going throughout the camper. So this is where you manage the fluid, and then I will show you where you manage the actual system, which is actually, if I flip around here, below the dinette. Nice big dinette. Let's look down below. So we open up this cabinet here, all real wood cabinet. They are Amish built cabinetry. Underneath that, you do have your Aldi system. Nice thicker cushions on there. Look at this huge window. That is going across the entire dinette. You guys see, there's no lights on in here, but it's still extremely bright. Cabinets up top, all these are magnet lock or latches, so the magnet is actually in there. Push that, it locks closed. That, it opens it right up. Stronger hinges on each of the cabinets there. New for 2024 actually was when they added those dividers in there. You can always pull those out if you've got larger items to be stored. Underneath you do have your 2-burner stove. Now if you're checking these out and you want to close them, they do lock into place. So you want to pull up, you want to push back, pull up, and then you can close it. Right here you do have 12-volt outlets, so you have USB and the circular 12-volt. Nice little spice rack up top. It's actually interesting, they put a subway tile backsplash over the entire thing. You do have a window over your sink, which is always a nice addition. On the right, you do have your Aldi system management. So this is what is going to take care of making sure that you can set all of your Aldi system. The Aldi system does do the heat, the radiant heat in the camper, but it also is an on-demand water heater. So you have continuous hot water anytime you need it. All the other system management right here in terms of lights, checking the tanks, 110 outlet. Below the sink and the stove, you got some more storage area, obstructed a little bit by the pipes for the sink. Your microwave, which is gonna be a little bit larger microwave. Now we swing around to the dinette, and this is a lagoon style table in the dinette. But what is interesting and what I found is there's a cheeky little spot to store stuff underneath this floorboard here. Now these caps make it a little bit difficult to get to over the pocketed screws. But if I pull this up, actually if I pop this off here and I pull this up, you actually have an interesting storage compartment right under there. So opening up a lot more space for you to be able to use while you're out camping. Move over here, more space underneath this one. Now this, if you notice, under each side, there is the ability to get to your system. So that is going to be your lithium 100 amp hour battery that comes standard and your inverter. Both of those standard for 2025, great additions to this truck camper. More cubbies. The storage on here is actually phenomenal. And you wouldn't think from this small of a camper, but it really gives you a ton of space. This is a little step stool up to the top, so you're not doing a running start to get up into that bed. This is going to be your 12-volt fridge. It is a lot deeper with that 180 and 190 solar panel up top, as well as your 100 amp hour lithium battery. This is going to be running quite a while for you while you're out on the road. Top, again, more storage. Absolutely fantastic. You do have your AC, traditional AC up top. You also have a vent fan up top too. There is also one more vent fan, which is smaller, which is in the shower area. All right, let's move up into the bed. This is an RV queen, so a little bit shorter on the bed. The cubbies on the side, you know, usually in a traditional truck camper, they're gonna sit up higher, give you a little bit more storage space up by the bed, but they've decided to keep it lower and open up the windows way more. So you've got the one up front, which is gonna give you a ton of light. It also acts as your emergency exit. That'll open up very far, and one on your driver's side and your passenger side. You can see the reading lights up front, cubbies all around, and then you do have your TV, if I spin around here, that does swivel, so you can watch it from that dinette as well. They have split some of the storage up into the top that mirrors both sides, and those, again, gonna be fairly deep in there. So let me show you what it looks like when I hop in this bed. All right, 6'5", jumping in the bed. This is a little bit shorter. I'm actually on the side with the TV, and I'm kicking the TV, so I would probably be on the passenger side. But aside from the shortness of the bed, this space just seems so large with the windows, the way they've done the cabinetry. It doesn't cut into maybe where your arms would be or anything like that, where a traditional truck camper might be. Putting the cabinets up top has helped immensely. Now, one of the big things I always look at is if I'm sitting here, I can actually sit up in the bed. So when you have more people over or it's a rainy day and you might just be all jumping in here before you go on a big hike, talking out your plan, this is a nice spot that you can sit. People can sit at the dinette and you can all be kind of sharing the camper instead of just trying to all cram into that dinette. Now let's take a look at that dinette and see what it looks like to lay in there. All right, so this is a much smaller space. I would have a horrible time sleeping here. So this is really for a small individual or be a child. But it's always nice to have that option. All right, so stepping into the shower, one of the first things that I see here is that there's no light in here. So it seems like it's going to be really dark. Unless I'm completely missing something. It's a little bit dark in here. But let's check the toilet. You know, space to sit. Not too bad. You are cramped up against the back a little bit when you are sitting down. Again, 6'5", standing up in here. Probably going to be very uncomfortable trying to shower. You do have a retractable hose, so you can use that. Again, it's a hot water on demand system from that Aldi system, so that is nice to have. It's a little bit more cramped for a taller individual. If I was maybe 6 foot, I'd have no problem in here. Now, one other thing to look at is this door. There's a sliding door, magnets to the end there. Or it actually is a little bit of a magnet and a clip. And this is just kind of a washable material. It's a little bit softer, but if you bump into it, it's going to be popping open and you're going to be covering up. So from the cabinetry that is Amish built, it is solid wood, to the heavier hinges, to the Aldi system, which is radiant heat, to the on-demand hot water system, which is actually combined into the Aldi system, to the Asdel siding, aluminum framed exterior or in the walls. You have a fantastic camper that the attention to detail that you get in something like this Cirrus 820 is going to be far above and beyond what you'd get in a traditional large-scale manufacturer. So being able to have someone that can think differently, be able to create something that is sturdy and well thought out, the Cirrus 820 is a great option for a short bed truck. If you are interested in this model or anything else that Cirrus makes, you can always download the brochure in the link below, or you can get in contact with us at apachecamping.com.